Howdy.
Hi. Fatefinder, Incarnate's Wake. Let's do it. Yeah, that's the one. Maybe I'll get tier from it. That would be nice. Oh god, it's Monday.
Monday LFR, let's go.
I do wish more people played ranged. I really do. Ranged is so much harder. Minus Hunter, we're not counting them. But ranged is so much harder.
A lot of people think the opposite. They think melee's harder.
I don't think melee's harder. I actually think melee's just fun. I like moving around. I like having instant cast. I think melee is hard if you're not paying attention. I feel like being in melee makes me pay attention more.
Mm-hmm.
For some, I can't. If I can't see something on the ground, I can't see it. Like that's just like a frontal. You know, like when you guys keep saying there's a frontal in the mansion place, I'm like there is no frontal. I see nothing on the ground except holy piss and monk green and,
That's a
and
WoW problem.
yeah, there's until we get into the basement where I can actually see it. Ow.
It
I
is
don't think my
only
gear is shit.
human to commit a sin.
Hi,
Hello.
Aya.
Hi.
It's just only human. Does that break off my 4-piece? Yes. Yes, it
Y'all ready
does.
to party?
I'm ready to listen to the party. Zrek's not going to a party.
Might be surprised.
What?
Some forcibly summons you to the party.
Nichols is also not going to any party.
Isn't the you're not going to the opening of reopening of Venom?
Oh, that I am going to.
Derek!
Sorry.
That's a party.
It'll be a ballroom blitz.
Hey Dirk.
Hello.
I was wondering who joined.
Jesus Christ. How was that who that was?
It could have been anyone really.
It's so great. That'd be very funny if you guys switched.
Oh,
Oh, my pants don't have an enchant either. Oh well. Too late now. Oh, thank God Hysteria wasn't there. Half my shit doesn't have enchants. Maybe my mastery is the problem. I really don't have much mastery.
I thought they changed your mastery though.
No, the mastery, they changed it where it's better now.
Oh.
Yeah, before it was pure extra damage if you have dots up. Now it's pure extra damage, period. But also it's extra damage if you have dots up. So, yeah, last season I didn't really have much PvE gear. I just went for PvP gear. So I didn't really care what PvE gear I got. Now I do.
Biscuits.
You got biscuits? You gonna share?
No. That was you.
Bitch.
Wow.
Give me those biscuits, Derek.
I will hijack this Dresden game.
Give me the fucking biscuits.
I'm gonna hold this game hostage for some biscuits.
Please just end. No.
I have one more action I can do.
You know, maybe
I'm
we should
summoning
find half a
64
horse.
boars.
I'm using my 5th level slot, bitch. You got enough squirrels to put down yet? One day.
I think this might end up being short, just because we're not gonna do the nightclub tonight.
Damn it!
Oh Jesus!
I was ready for it. I wanted to have fun, party.
Well, nightclub's gonna be like probably an entire session in itself.
Oh, I was expecting the nightclub tonight. I wasn't gonna take long.
Well, last time we ended, we said this was gonna be kind of a chill episode. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like your day off. That's why I asked you guys what you wanted to do on your day off.
I'm buying
It was
a
right
club
there.
clothes.
Ooh, I didn't know we were all that stoked for the club.
Well, Drek's not going to go to the club, but I was excited to
Well,
listen to the club.
What does Rec want to do?
In life,
Well, just in general.
probably leave.
Wow. Just you can always leave.
No, I think he actually is more interested in like
Nothing's
how.
stopping you now.
Wow, okay, Derek.
No, I'm just saying. Nothing's
No,
stopping
you don't
you.
want me here. It's fine.
Oh my God. You were saying?
I don't know. I think Zarek would be more interested in like how this shitty magic system in this world works to him, in his opinion. And that's probably what he wants to talk to Emmerich about.
Oh, it is shitty. It's almost non-existent.
Mm-hmm. And if he knows of any like, I don't know, maybe there's other sources of power in this world to become stronger that won't take my will away like some demon in the park. I might tell him about the demon. Might be like, he offered me something. I chose not to.
I mean, he knows there's a demon in the park.
But does he know Zarek actually talked with the demon?
I don't
I
think
don't
so.
think so.
I don't think so. I think he'd be more surprised you didn't take it.
I think everybody'd be
were.
surprised. Imagine.
You could
Very
have.
much different campaign. I I think if he had taken that and he wouldn't been and if he would not have been able to get to Japan to get whatever her name is, he probably would have gone to her house and waited. And that's it. Everybody would think Zarek is gone. And I would have just messaged you directly, Jesus. Directly.
You would have messaged me directly. That is true.
That's so good.
And being like, this is where I'm gonna be. I'm gonna hang out here. And when they deliver that bitch, I'm taking her right to that flat.
Cashing her in like an arcade token.
Mm-hmm. I think that's valid.
Terrible, but it is valid. Hello.
If he was an attic, I could have lived in.
Yeah, probably. She's like just like a little 2-story house.
Oh,
And a dead husband.
she would have been so easy to manipulate too.
There's a little man in my walls. He wants to be a dragon. All right, Grandma. Let's get you back to bed. Beyonce, don't you dare. Don't you hack up. I just cleaned it up. Don't you do it again.
Hack it up.
What if
Hack
a
it up.
little hack? You should do shiny hack.
No.
Never let her have fun.
Father never lets me throw up on the counter.
I just want to empty my stomach everywhere. Why can't I?
We live in a fascist hellscape.
Oh my god, she just looks at you. Fascist. So funny.
Like with the cat, yeah. Fascist. All right. Let me piss. We can get started. Are you recording or streaming? Oh, Alphonse. The sweetest boy. God's sleepiest soldier.
Not for you, I hear you're a fascist, father.
Ow.
Why can't I see the progression bar to this fire rift?
Oh, because it's not in Roll20, mean.
Hmm.
If it was in Roll20, we could see it. We're not having a day off, are we?
No, you.
Derek thought we were having a day off.
We're participating
Why
in
not grab
an
an off day?
Oblivion style like rift opening.
Another 6 weeks of a single day.
Honestly, if like Zarek had taken that offer, it would be like an Oblivion style rift opening. It would be global chaos.
Ooh.
And then that would have been your campaign.
Oh,
Well,
wait a
if-
minute.
If Nicholas had died and Raphael had finished the
Yep.
ritual, also similar situations. There's talk of that too.
Mmm.
Ow. Little nibbler.
We got Nibbler in here.
Who's playing the Beyonce game? Oh. I burned my hand on something.
Was it fire?
No. Where the fuck would I be in touch with fire?
Where'd you burn your hand?
Fire hot.
Whoa. I wanted to be on fire when I was sick. I was so cold.
Burn me alive, please.
All right, who wants to recap? I don't know why I asked this, because I think I know who it's going to be.
Is it me?
That's how it always is.
Wow. Okay.
I think you're doing the Lord's work. I just think it's crazy everyone lets you do it.
I have my notes open. Big fighting happened. Nicholas chased Bridget through space. I don't know where we were. And he caused her. He did enough damage to her to cause her to change forms. And then they both go through a portal together, which puts them into the cave where the other group was fighting a different Bridget who turned out to be the missing priest Alexander. They fight some other dogs, and then Nicholas and Bridget fall in there, and they all fight, and Raphael and Emmerich show up to help, and Helena passes out, and there was lots of mental penalties and lots of physical penalties. And
What a rough
eventually
fight.
Steve fires the final shot into Bridget's face and kills her, and everything is solved. Steve tells Nicholas he's going to give them 1 year before he hunts down Raphael, and Nicholas is like bouquet and leaves to go take the old woman back. And then the rest of everybody else goes to New Denny's, which is the same Denny's, just just a little
Anime
different.
flavored. It's just a little different.
And they talk about what they're going to do next. A lot of people think they're going to get the fuck out of here because this town sucks. But we'll see. And that's it. It's very lots of fighting.
It was a big combat session. A perfect summary. A second here. Get my notes on one screen, roll 20 on the other. And let's just start with Zarek.
Hi.
Hey there, big guy. What do you want to do? I don't know why I always go to this. The first map. This needs to be the first map.
Well, I think I'm gonna go to Emirates.
Okay.
Oh, and I think I have something else to discuss with him too. So I don't think I've ever had a chance.
Put your little paw print up here. You see the two of them both sitting behind the counter, both looking at their phones. He would kind of look up and say, "Oh, hey, Zarek.
Hello. You're always on that thing.
Gotta be in this day and age."
Why? Why?
Unfortunately, most events occur at a readable location on this device. I mean, it's how you get in touch with me, after all.
Is it not just for communication?
No, you can do all kind of shit with this.
What?
He
I'm
bring-
joking. I learned about this already.
Oh. Well, what brings you over here?
Well, actually, I have a question. So, and I don't know, lean forward on his little desk. I noticed you're very, very strong in these crappy magic.
Relatively, sure.
No, you're pretty strong. I've seen your fighting. You know, you seem pretty reliable. Everybody loves you. You know,
I
definitely
can't think of
not.
a single person that likes me, aside from maybe Felicia. And Felicia would be like, "Not really,"
Oh,
but she laughs when she says it.
I think more people like you than you expect. Um. So, how did you become so good at this magic? Out of curiosity.
You kind of look and say, so like, I guess as a world walker, you go to a lot of places that aren't as probably aren't as much of a dry zone for magic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Yeah.
use magic in other worlds?
Oh God, yes. Oh, this is wonderful world where you just get unlimited magic. It's so beautiful.
It kind of smirks. It's like, what world is that?
I don't Faerun. I never learned the name of it, to be perfectly honest.
The mythical city of Deepwater. You'd say, well, this is about as far from that as you could expect. Frankly, the only way to have magic here is to either have a pact with some kind of greater power, like I do, or possess items of magical power, like you do.
Well, you mean
That is
this?
tethered to a
Like my
source.
staff.
He says, well, yeah. You sound so disappointed.
I mean, it's nice, it's shiny, it's fun for a few minutes. Has some limitations, I feel. I don't really like that uh when I cast too much I faint.
Well, casting does take resources. This takes your mind. He would look at that and be like, what do you think the limitations are on this particular weapon?
Can you repeat that?
He would say, what do you think the particular limitations are in this weapon?
Well, like, it's just I love fire. I really do. I really, really do. But it doesn't seem to like hit as much as hard as I really want. Um, I could say it backlashes at me more than anything.
And then he would say, a big part of magic is the power you put into shaping it and the conviction you put into wielding it. You strike me as someone who has issues with discipline. Would that be correct?
No, I'm very disciplined. I mean, I feel like I am. I don't burn everything down most of the time.
Well, I do believe you set a third grade classroom on fire.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah.
Hey, whoa. Yeah, that was me.
I didn't mean to.
But he would say, to that end, what was the logic there?
I thought I could melt it, okay? Seemed down before I did it.
Well, the temperature of melting steel and burning wood, a pretty big deviation there.
That's valid.
I
So you're
think you'll
saying I need to
I
be
think you'll find
smarter.
the limitations of the staff are also just the fact, can it only do fire?
No, I've only tried fire.
Well, maybe you could expand on it.
What?
You
You
say
think I
who?
can do more than fire?
Probably. Most magicians can. Who made
Oh.
this?
The Hot Topic gentleman.
Oh boy. Well, he could potentially augment it for you. It could
How
do more than
so?
just fire.
Well,
Also, there are creative ways to use fire. This thing is as powerful as you let it be.
hmm. I didn't think about it that way. Is the only way I can get this augmentation through him? I already owe him a favor. I don't really feel like owing him another right now.
So, well, being that this is one of his crafts, it is probably the easiest. There are, of course, other methods, ritualists, thaumaturgists you could go through to try and augment it. It may be difficult, being that this is a infernal creation. But hey, it's worth a shot.
Yeah, I guess.
And then he would probably say, like, I do have to ask,
Mm-hmm.
why fire? You don't really seem like you're out there duking it out.
Oh, well, because the greatest dragons are fire dragons, obviously.
Are they? He said.
Yeah, obviously. What kind of dragon do you know that's not like an amazing fire dragon?
I don't know. I feel like dragons can breathe all kind of stuff.
Oh, what do you know? Your dragons are drug pushers.
Not our dragon. Our
Wait, is our dragon a drug pusher?
Works for the mob.
Oh, where's the mob?
Oh, yeah. I forgot. He would say, yeah, that's. I wouldn't say that's indicative of all dragons. He would say.
Well,
I
what
think a
other
lot of
dragons do you know? Maybe I can talk with them.
I mean, there are some that go to the bar on very rare occasion.
Oh,
A lot of them travel this world, and the Stagger Inn is one of the safe locations, as you well know, for any an odd sort.
this is a lovely inn. I'm in. Jesus, tavern.
It's not an inn, despite the name. It is a nice tavern.
They definitely don't seem to like you. I've overheard the bartender. Someone
Yeah,
mentions you.
I'm not exactly a big hit in the Feywilds.
Oh,
You know
why is
what?
that?
Now neither are you.
Hold on now. Just because I burned a little bush.
That's what I heard you had a little bit of a tussle.
Okay, it wasn't that big of a deal, was it?
They do hold a grudge for, frankly, an eternity.
It was Marin, right? That was his
Yes.
name?
Fair.
Okay. I was like, I think it's Marin. Done like not the end of the world.
No, certainly not. I just probably wouldn't go to the unseelie courts for a couple centuries.
Centuries, okay, damn. Well, I didn't
Probably.
really seem to fit in there anyway, so
You'd probably like the other side.
yeah, I might try that one day. That might be
Warmer,
fun.
sunny. It's nice. They're dragons. Probably.
Hold up, there are dragons there?
Of course.
Oh, now we're talking. I'm gonna note that. Thank you. Maybe they can help me in my quest for more power.
So, yeah. You seem close to Marin. He is from there. He could, despite currently living in the unseelie courts, he knows a fair bit about both. And I guess on the question of magic, he would also say, Zarek, if you don't mind my asking, what could you do in other worlds?
Oh god, Derek, I'm just gonna tell him. Big, you tell him to grab a chair.
I'm in one.
And then I just tell him all about everything I could do in D&D world.
Okay.
Which I was a warlock, I was a sorcerer, I was a midget, I was a wizard. One place I played a chicken at in a carnival. I didn't have many powers there. That was a weird place.
You're a chicken.
Well, in a costume.
Mm.
I didn't really understand that. There was a cow lady.
Oh, disgusting. Did you win?
I won until this. Who was it? I think it was the mute girl. She grabbed me and won the prize, and was like, "God damn it!" And that's the last I remember of it.
Pretty wild ride.
Yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
you would say you can also potentially just try and memories of those worlds you've been to or worlds you're from can be powerful. You could try and channel from there as well, being a world walker.
Ooh. Oh wait. What? Tell me more about this.
You say, well, your energy has been there, your soul has been there. You can try and channel this through yourself. At least an element or two. The staff gives you fire, but perhaps through some meditation or whatever it is you do, you could learn a trick or two.
There's no other way of That's right, and that's by improving the staff, right? Still gotta.
You would actually say that would be like using some of your fate points to invest in evocation.
Oh.
Which I was going to
Good
save it
tip.
for the end. However, by the end of today's session, you will have gone up one level. You'll get an additional fate point
That's exciting.
and an additional level 5 skill, which I think will put you at 2 level 5s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is actually the cap for how skills go. So you get 2 5s through 1s, and then when you level up again, you can pick an additional 1 and then an additional 2. And then 3 and 4 and so on.
Oh. Maybe I should go back and look at my
Your stats are fucked up. I didn't look at your character sheets.
Yeah, maybe I need some help with that.
That's all right. It wasn't a huge deal.
Yeah. No, that's very helpful. Thank you.
Of course.
See, I don't
So
know why you think people don't like you.
I'm pretty abrasive most of the time. A bit of a cheapskate. Not particularly social.
I wouldn't know anything about being abrasive.
All of Emmerich's stats, as is tradition, are all combat or investigatory. He does not have any rapport and very little empathy. Not like actual empathy, but like the stat empathy.
Yeah.
He definitely has like regular empathy.
Empathy in a tactical sense.
Tactical empathy.
Yeah, that's very helpful.
Yeah, it's not as hopeless as you might think. You have it easier since you're already an outsider. Someone like me, we gotta do some crazy shit to get magic. He reaches
what do
up,
you do?
grabs a sword out of the air, seemingly
Ooh.
out of thin air. He says, "This cursed weapon that I carry with me basically everywhere, is the source of most of my power. The rest of it is, well, it's just a remnant of my childhood, rigorously taught."
That sounds like a rough childhood.
It wasn't great.
Um,
It was a long time ago.
Mine too.
Say, how old are you, Zarek?
Oh my god, what is age? Oh.
A miserable little pile of numbers.
Constant reminder of the ticking of time.
Hmm.
Oh, anyway. Is Felicia still here?
Yeah.
I'd probably look over her. By the way, why is Dr. Corbin reporting everything you do to Jinko? Never had a chance to ask you.
Do you
Jesus Christ.
do you say this directly to Felicia?
Absolutely.
As you say that, Emmerich's like, "The fuck did you just say?
But, well, what?
What did you just say?"
Dr. Corbin, he had a whole file on Felicia. And Jinko's been asking about her. It's really
Felicia just
fucked up. Like, have you seen the fucked up, like, shiny angel shit that they got sending into space? Holy hell.
Oh my god. The music stopping too really fucking killed me.
Emmerich's eyes just like almost glow a brighter crimson, and he's like,
Whoa, whoa,
"Dude?"
whoa. I'm not the one doing it. Jesus.
He
I
says,
mean, not
"Dude?"
Jesus.
Whatever.
Whatever.
He says, "We'll pull out a little notebook and start writing it down, and just be like, what do you mean, angels?
I
What
would
did you
tell him.
see?"
I would tell him all about the rocket. Obviously.
You're like, that's how they're doing it?
But what are they doing?
It sounds to me like they're harvesting some pretty dangerous celestial power. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, I had no idea. I really thought that was part of the case. I
It's
was
like,
way wrong.
no, this is news to me. And he would say Dr. Corbin works for them?
I guess so. Yeah, a whole file on
And
him.
Felicia just kind of like, what does he want with me? My dad works there. But like, I mean, doesn't make much sense that this dude, the guy that runs the rehab clinic, she's like in disbelief.
Yeah. Or he did.
What a
He might
creep.
not be there anymore. I think, do we know Mothman shot him up? Oh wait, I do, but not Mothman. Nicholas.
Yeah, you know Nicholas slashed him up.
Yeah, I
Emmerich-
think Nicholas
Emmerich does know
royally
because
fucked
he's-
him up.
Emmerich knows because he sent Mothman a text after it happened and said, "Nice job."
Yeah. I think
And that,
Emmerich knew about that one. I assume he would know about the Nicholas one, right? Because
well, Zarek sent the videos to the voice.
yeah,
the group
that's
chat.
right. And he would say, yeah, that's that would not be the last we've seen of Dr. Corbin.
That's a shame.
Truly.
Oh no. Not like he would go after Greg or something, would he?
That would be so
Surely
fucked up.
not. That'd be so fucked up. That's crazy.
It's been a while. Greg's done nothing wrong ever.
Greg's an innocent man, innocent young boy.
He's never harmed Mr.
And and he'll say, well, that's something I'm definitely going to look into personally. He hasn't been in his clinic for a couple of days for obvious reasons, but I have other ways of finding him.
Is there a reason you don't want to hire outside sources for that one? Seems super important.
There is information you have missed about the person you've already killed.
Are you telling me this?
No, he's not telling you this. I'm telling you this. One of the reasons he had to hire you is because Bridget had a way of evading anyone above a certain strength level, which is how she also ran away when Nicholas's brother arrived to like find Peter bleeding to death. So he would be like, "Wow, this would be a little above your pay grade, I think.
Mm.
Something I could handle personally."
Okay, that's cool. Well, if you need help, you know. I don't think their gang is actually really together anymore, but you know.
I was amazed as many showed up to Denny's as they did. Shame about
Yeah.
Nicholas. He's a good man.
Yeah, I was starting to like him. You know, he's a vampire, and he hid it from. Well, I don't think he hid it from us. Now that I'm thinking about it, but
No, he
Oh,
definitely did.
Emmerich would say, somehow none of us knew.
and he didn't even know. Now that's a fucked up childhood. I tell you what.
That is a fucked up childhood. I couldn't even imagine.
I went to his home. Oh my god. Beautiful home, by the way. But
I'm sure.
They're the type of people that wrap their furniture in plastic.
I think the furniture was covered in sheets, I believe. You gotta
Yeah,
keep it
it
a little undusty.
Well, yeah.
I'd also
so-
tell him about oh god, the mausoleum.
The coffin.
Mm-hmm.
The coffin that you didn't reach into.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell him about the flowers inside the coffin, Reed?
Of course I would.
Okay.
I have to.
Well,
Why? What's
Well, I'm
wrong?
glad.
I think he would say it's obvious the bond between those two is incredibly strong. And honestly, I'm a little envious.
Oh, you don't have to be envious. You have her, Felicia.
He kind of looks like, yeah, I guess I do. And she just goes, wow. And not exactly a stand-in for family.
Well, sometimes you don't get to choose. Sometimes you just get stuck with what you got. Sometimes your family tries to eat you. You know, there's a lot to family.
That sounded awfully specific, Rick. Is that something you'd like to share?
Oh, not at all.
Is that like a kobold thing?
That's pretty natural. Do your kobolds not eat each other?
There aren't any kobolds here, Rick. You may be shocked to find out.
Who's that lovely one at the bar?
Well, I mean, it's probably in the same boat you are.
Another of me.
I think she's stranded from some misty vampire world. Barovia, I think she called it.
I don't,
And
I
they
don't
found her
think
way
so.
home since.
Oh, that sounds like a nice place. Barovia.
Yeah, it could be a new destination for you.
Yeah, maybe. Let's see. I'll have to go talk with a couple people here first. No, if you'll pardon me, I'm gotta go talk to a man about a car.
I'm gonna use the restroom, but think of anything else you want to say.
Okay. I don't think there's anything else. I can't think of. I knew I wanted to tell him about the angels. I hadn't had a chance. I really wanted to see his little menagerie upstairs, or his reliquary. But Zarek has no idea that's up there. Much fun as that would be.
I think Dr. Vor is still up there.
No.
Dr. Vor,
Still
because
showing memes to Umbriel.
well, because Steph has not been able to make many sessions, Dr. Vor has basically been like stowawayed up there and has
Aw.
learned almost everything there is to know about most of these artifacts.
Oh my god.
And is potentially going to go after one of them.
Zarek would have.
Yeah, I think aside from that, he'd say, well, can I appreciate you letting me know? I'm going to make a note of that here.
You're welcome. If you find out anything more, I'd love to know what they're actually doing. Kind of. It was very strange. It was very fucked up. And it blinded me. And it hurt me. That's not right.
When you soul gaze into the fucking sun and the sun burns your fucking retina, you don't blame the sun.
I didn't soul gaze into the sun. I soul gazed at a
Might as
rocket.
well have.
You're not here.
He would say, I assume when you say burned, you use the sight.
Yes.
Fair enough. I would say Emmerich has probably avoided trying to soul gaze Rek.
It's all the rage. Are you sure?
Don't worry, Zarek will force it upon him at one moment or another without his consent.
He knows better.
He only
Entire game,
he's
he's
only
never made
used
eye
it.
contact with Zarek. He's always looking off in some other direction.
To be fair, Zarek has only used it to make conversations a lot faster and for people to understand things.
No, I think it's great. I'm just saying he specifically is avoiding it because he also has soul gaze and he does not want to do that.
He learned his lesson from
Awkward.
soul gazing Pete or Steve.
Peter.
I got my own selves mixed up.
Soul gazing Steve, he just needed like therapy and
Soul gazing Peter. Why did he want to have crypto donation?
Oh god, you soul gaze Steve and you see me.
oh.
The man within the man.
Oh, that would be meta.
Looking outside the game.
Oh. I don't like that idea.
Yeah, he would. I guess in closing, he'd be like, "Well, Zarek, if you need anything, I'm obviously here for you.
Oh.
Let me know if you find anything for Gene Co. I'll let you know what I find. I will begin a pursuit of Dr. Corbin."
Oh. Wait, is that a new case? Are you giving me a quiet mission?
I'm not. I'm gonna do this myself. I can't
Oh.
control what you do when you leave here, though. So I mean, if you want to look into it,
Gotcha.
more than
It's
welcome
gotta-
to. Be careful. He's extremely dangerous.
I think Ash told me about this. This is on the down low.
That
Wink.
that is probably something Ash said. That's fair. Well, honestly, yeah. You know what? You want to look into Dr. Corbin? You go for it.
How much does it pay?
He says, you know what? How about I pay you in magic items?
I think he would be speechless. He would actually gasp.
Emmerich's like, look, you bring me some information on his whereabouts and maybe his plans, and we can go up to my collection.
Ears perk up. Acts cool.
Sound like a deal?
Cool. Yes! I mean, yes. It'd be cool. Yes.
Very cool. Very nice. Great success. All right. It's a deal then. And he just reaches out his hand.
Yeah, of course I'm gonna shake his hand. Are you kidding?
Oh, yeah. Pact
And then I'm
made.
gonna run out of there.
What? You can over that. Peter,
Yes.
let's go to you next.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I'd first probably stop off to get some more clothes.
Where are you shopping?
Oh, man, I'd probably do a quick Google search to see, what's the top rated.
You know what?
I actually
Forever
look up.
21.
I would Google search club
Men's
clothes.
Warehouse.
We're gonna put this on pause. Mothman,
Oh shit.
what did you want to do first?
Greg was gonna go to Azazel to see if I can't remember. Before we do this, does Azazel owe Greg a favor for stopping the whole kerfuffle with Emmerich pulling out the blade, or
Mm-mm.
was that payback for a favor he had already fulfilled? Or like
That
shadow
was
out?
that was
I can't remember.
payment.
Okay.
You fulfilled your favor to Azazel.
Which
But you
means
do.
Greg's
Oh
freed up to take a new
no,
favor.
you still owe
No!
Azazel another favor because he took the book off of you.
Oh,
And he said this
that's
is going to
poop.
cost you a favor, and you were very. Greg was like, I don't know, but eventually gave in. So you owe this man another favor.
What was the
Things.
original favor for? That was Demon Beast.
Whatever he wanted. Oh yeah. That's right. He did. He did give you like anti-tank rounds in a hand
Yeah.
cannon.
He did. He did. Okay. Well. We'll go into the half loaded. Why not? Fine.
You're gonna do it?
Yeah. He's still gonna go down to Azazel for it.
Okay.
There's other things to be discussed as well. So,
Third favor. Third favor.
I mean, honestly, Greg is not exactly an agent for the devil, but he is a freelance. So,
Absolutely. You go in. Azazel says, Greg, my old friend.
hey,
How
how's it going?
goes? Oh, just
So got some juicy deets for you, and I don't know if you're privy yet, but there's an opening night back at the Virus again for its remodeling.
well, I did hear through the news that the virus was going to reopen, but do tell, what do you know?
I think that maybe or maybe not, someone may be trying to do a hit on Larsa and grab something that she has. think.
Ooh.
I don't know why else they would do it, but there's a bit of an issue. So from what I was able to figure out, at least I think I figured out, there's going to be some music there that I particularly do not want to hear. Do you have any way to block out those booty rocking moves?
It's like, well, do define booty rocking moves.
So picture this: everybody's in the club. There's carnage going on, and you got two
Beautiful.
human-eating motherfuckers that heal every time they suck someone off.
Oh.
Now they're in a club having a grand old time, but they got to crack a few people open to keep it going.
You're referring to ghouls.
Maybe.
Okay.
Well, anyways, everybody that I could see was super chill with just being like a little beer koozie. So I was thinking, it'd be a lot more fun if the music didn't keep people so calm, and people had the opportunity to at least react to their demise.
If you want to save the clubgoers,
Mm,
that's awfully noble for you.
I wouldn't say save. It's not like I'm opening the door or anything. Just,
Oh,
kind of taking off the blinders, so to say.
and so by the sounds of it, this music has some kind of hypnotic effect, perhaps?
I
Mind
assume.
control, seduction?
Something like that.
Shell
Hmm.
Visage shows up.
Listen, I personally prefer freeform jazz, so I can't really speak to what they're listening to.
I do love
But
freeform jazz.
Greg loves the chaos.
Greg loves avant-garde, like where that guy gets on stage and turns on like 6 white noise radios for an hour.
You listen to a man get an appendectomy without any anesthesia. Yeah, that's what you want.
Like this is music. And he's like, well, I appreciate your. Well, I just appreciate. This is quite the turn of events for the kind of person I thought you were. And for that, there's potentially a way to prevent it.
Well, I mean, like, do we have to fully prevent it?
Well, you could prevent yourself and watch the others die.
Oh yeah, that sounds great.
Okay, well, you're largely immune by yourself. You're not human.
So, do you got something then that'll like for sure stop someone from playing these type of music, or someone hearing it, or would this just be better solved with a bullet?
Who's playing the music?
What's her name? It's a DJ. What was the DJ's name in the dream again? I can't remember what you mentioned.
Do you
DJ
believe?
Collins.
God, no. What did I name the DJ in this iteration?
I did not write that down. I didn't think
DJ Verva.
Alexis.
Verva?
Vera.
You verified on Bandcamp? Kidding.
And I'll say I'll do a little bit of research and see if I can't find how this person is doing this. I would say some kind of aromatherapy, or perhaps a auditory blocker could help.
That sounds good.
I assume you'll be attending.
Oh, of course. I mean, kind of want a front row seat.
Glorious.
Oh, but is there anything you want me to do while I'm there? I could grab you a drink, maybe any few last bar snacks before they, permanently close down.
Was this in reference to a favor you owe me?
Maybe. Listen, I don't like owing people things, and if I need something, I'd like us to have a clean slate.
That's fair. I don't really need any bar snacks. The drinks are plentiful. Ooh. Bring me some of her artifacts.
Anything you have in mind?
Anything she has in her office.
Oh, I guess I should also ask this since we're, up front. Is there anything I shouldn't touch directly with my hands?
Probably her chalice. I'd avoid that at all
obviously.
costs.
I don't think I'm going to be going for that, though.
Anything else she has should be fine.
I can do that.
Use your best judgment.
Always do.
Excellent. Just bring me something. Bring me any of her artifacts from her office. We'll be square.
You can do that. Even Steven.
And he would say, is there anything else you needed, Mr. Gregory?
No, I think that should be it. If you can tell me what I should do to block out those people from being affected, that would be perfect.
I'll get back to you on that. I'll find you.
I'll go stop at Spencer's and grab a bunch of that fart juice, and just in case.
That's Yeah, you know what? That should do it. I think we're a parent company. I think we probably have some of that fart juice. Isn't Hot Topic owned by Spencer's, or is it
I
the
would
other way
not be
around?
surprised, honestly. They're always paired together, basically.
he also looks confused.
Azazel unsure of what his franchise exactly
Yeah.
does.
Like, well, Belphegor over at Spencer's will be able to help you.
Sounds perfect. Do you need me to grab you any of the novelty dildos or a bong or anything? Maybe a little pot leaf cup?
Not really my domain, but I appreciate the sentiment.
Well, I guess
Maybe
more
one
for
of
my.
maybe one of those fun weed leaf black lights.
I could do that.
Yeah, I'd be alright with that. We can include that in your favor.
Greg now has to think of how to fit a weed leaf black light in under his coat.
All right. I assume that's what you wanted to do for the time being.
Yeah, for the time being.
Excellent. And then I believe I'm sorry to have called on you so early, Steve. I'm just going down the list, but I actually need some events to happen before you are brought into the fold.
Yeah.
Nicholas,
Yes.
we'll go to you next. What were you doing?
Well, I think I'm needing to back up a bit because we took that old lady home,
Yeah.
and then do they just not talk about everything that transpired?
The old lady, I will say the old lady's mind kind of just looks, she's almost catatonic.
Do we need to take her to the hospital instead?
You think that might be a better course of action. You will note that Alexander as well as Zachary are both going to the hospital.
I'll be like, it's your hospital, dear brother, so why don't you
Like,
get this all sorted out?
I suppose I can discreetly treat these individuals. I don't know what's wrong with the old lady. I'm sure she's just psychically shocked from whatever that witch did. Put you on the hospital map. How does this game already have like more setting maps than D&D?
Because we zip through these so quickly.
That's true.
And a lot of these are one-off locations, I think.
Right, I do have a Clydesdale horse farm that I hope is never used again.
Oh, Derek.
You need horse parts later,
My-
buddy.
My new character might have a backstory.
Why do players
Actual cowboy Steve.
Well, Peter said it wasn't going to be a Steve this time,
It's
I
not going to be a
thought.
Steve this time.
But it will be a cowboy.
Okay, I'll get these boys off of here.
Get up, Ram. No.
Get up, bro. I think that was actually you dead pretending to
Oh.
be Raphael.
What hospital is this? Because it almost looks like the hospital in the house.
I am actually 99% sure this is Washington Hospital, like the one a half a mile from my home.
Damn. I had no idea Dr. House worked there.
Joker, I think it's just fair to say a lot of hospitals look the same.
No, I know they do. Like, things schools look the same. Of course they do.
House was filmed near your home.
No.
I'm making a joke, Ween.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
I'm joking.
I'd drive past, like, a fucking walk-in clinic and be like, I think Dr. House works there.
Yeah, Zachary Fidelio has not made it into either the Observer's After Hours game folder or the Dresden Files folder. He is simply neglected in the sea of icons.
I knew him like that.
Floating through the ether. Just like echo. Oh.
He just kind of is an echo.
What do D&D character icons think when we're not using them?
What an excellent question. I'll find him one day. Just pretend he's there as well.
Okay.
As well as
Mr.
the old
Zachary
lady.
Quinto. Isn't he also on the bar page? Couldn't you grab him from there?
I guess I could grab him from the bar.
Yeah, tell him to stop drinking and get involved at the hospital for a second.
You
I
removed
removed
him from the bar
I removed
page.
him from the bar page. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right.
Where did you last have him?
The
He was in the
fight.
cave.
I'm pretty sure he fainted during that fight.
He did. Koji, you gotta organize these
Yeah,
ideas.
buddy.
I have years worth of them.
You gotta do
Better get
It's only
started.
gonna get
Dresden
worse. I don't know what to tell
NPCs that are
you.
friendly. Dresden enemies. Dresden. NPC I had to make up on the fucking fly.
What happens if enemies like fall within certain like double categories though, or like
Well, then
I
you
would-
have two
I would
icons.
actually be satisfied if I just got them to a folder that was affiliated with them.
You know what they should do? They should allow a tagging system so that you can then
Yeah.
filter your content down by tag.
God, that would be beautiful.
Listen, do you know how many times I have to push a tagging system onto a customer every time they reach out being like, how do I do these tickets? I'm like, well, if you use tags, and they're like, I don't want to use tags. I'm like, okay, well, you're choosing to pick the hardest way to do this then. Fuck you. Like, anyway.
These two. Neither of you two drive, right?
I can't imagine either of us driving. I know Nicholas doesn't. I can't imagine.
Well, if they
Raphael behind
did,
the
they'd be
wheel.
on the wrong side of the road, Derek.
I think putting Raphael in a car behind the wheel is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Raphael would drive down the wrong side of the street and then get mad at every other car for being in the way.
So I would say, leaving the fight, Alexander would probably pick up Zachary, despite probably being far more wounded. He looks better off, and would take him to Zachary's car.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, are we all taking an Uber looking bloody as hell? Because like Nicholas is fucked up and.
Yeah, and Alexander would say, "Do you all also need to go to the hospital?"
Well, we gotta take this little. It's his hospital, so.
You're Dr. Markorsk? And
Tell him,
Raphael,
brother.
Raphael
Tell
would
him how
say,
you're Dr. McCourse.
yes, I am Dr. Markorsk. No further questions.
Well, that's him. Oh, he signs off on all his emails.
Alexander would, in fact, look at him rather sourly. Say, well, I will drive us over there then, and perhaps you could get us expedient service. Raphael does hate this notion. However, he is cooperating for Nicholas's sake. How does the car arrange itself? Zachary just pass out in the front seat while you you two are wedged back there with an old lady.
Yeah.
All right.
He's
We can
stuck
put
between
Zachary in the
two
trunk.
vampires.
Honestly, he wouldn't notice.
Yeah.
But I don't think Alexander would do that.
No, it's a Raphael idea.
Yeah. We could just put him in the trunk and save space. Alexander would be like, no, we're not putting a friend that frankly helped save all of you in the trunk. I will strap him into the front and we will drive to the hospital. So you all cram into, what does Zachary drive? That's a decent sedan. Nothing fancy.
Like a Nissan of some variety.
Yeah, like a Nissan. Maybe a Hyundai Elantra. Nothing wild. How silent is the drive to the hospital?
Oh, it's probably incredibly silent. Like
I do.
Yeah.
I do feel like Alexander really couldn't say anything because while he is predominantly against the undead, he did try to kill you, and you did spare him, so he at least owes you that much. Zachary just passed out. Otherwise, he'd be pretty chatty.
I suspect the brothers are a little miffed at each other. They are in desperate need of a conversation, which has still not happened yet.
Yes, I'd say so. Okay. It's probably like 20 minutes to get to the hospital. Everybody pulls up to the emergency. People would come out to greet you. And I think as the paramedics come out, Raphael's eyes flash blue. Theirs also kind of flash blue, and they just take over treating everybody. They take Zachary off in a stretcher. They take the old lady. They take Alexander in a wheelchair. They ask no questions and say nothing. And Raphael would say, "We can just go to my office."
All right.
As soon as I find it.
It's up the elevator, dear brother.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Dropped his glasses in the combat and can't fucking read the fucking signage.
Yep, that's a different mansion. Nope, we'll get him out of
Yeah,
there.
there, Steve.
Whoa!
Yeah, cover up Shinra.
Smog.
There's so many smonks here.
That's a testament to how many times we've been here.
That's true.
Sue wakes up just to come in here and put more smogs.
Yeah, let's say as you guys get up the elevator, you say, well, we did empty a lot of my supplies when we first fled from here, but there should still be some left.
I'm fine. We need to come up with a plan for the.
He would look at you and say, you've had some kind of blood. Did you kill somebody?
No, I didn't kill anybody.
Oh, then who did you drink blood from?
So we need to come up with a plan for the nightclub.
Skirting around the question won't make me forget it, but I'll bring it up later. What is your plan for this nightclub?
Well, apparently you were there the night we fought her.
It's true, I helped you.
I really. There's a fine line on what is helping when it comes to you and I. But she has that. She will probably have the cup on her now, but at the time, before that fight even started, she didn't. She went and got it from her office. And she's expecting us. She will probably have it on her, knowing that we are intending to cause a fight.
I'm sure she intends to kill us.
Well, yes.
So I would say your assessment is correct.
I think our main priority when we engage her is to remove that cup from one of those tendril things she has. And you being stronger than I am should be the one to do that, and I will distract her. We should go in there like we aren't aware of what she's about to do, and when she eventually engages us, our focus is the cup and nothing more.
Mm-hmm. You would know as well, attunement for these items is linked to the master's death.
Right.
So even if you could steal the cup, you could not use it yet. But you could
Right.
prevent her from using it. That said, your brother would also bring up, in my experience, all of these individuals must have some kind of weakness. What do you know about Larsa?
She's very old. She's been around quite a long time. Probably longer than you have. Um, actually, I have the stuff that Zarek gave me about her, which I would probably pass to him.
You're welcome.
And she's from like the Mesopotamian era and stuff, or at
Yes.
least believed
She is Babylonian
Babylonian.
from what was the same?
All the way from Babylon.
Yeah, from Babylon. He would say, "Oh, this is true. This is quite insane, frankly." Now, your friend that has the arm of Asmodai, the sword, he's less than a century old. How is this woman so elder?
Aren't you from? Never mind. I don't know. What I do know is that she also has a secret room within her establishment that is sealed with a rose symbol, I believe. There also must be something in there.
And he says, if I were some kind of centuries-old evil mastermind with a weakness,
No,
that is
go
where I
on.
would put. That is where I would put said weakness.
Then, instead of going through the front door and engaging, perhaps we should tamper with that door first.
We will need the element of stealth, and I'm sure it is warded in some degree. She may not be a magician herself, but she will have one employed. She knows we use magic.
That's fine. The building should be ideally finished. We could even go there tonight to scope out the place first.
I'm not opposed. I suppose you kind of have the rule of it at this point.
Mm. We need to get one of those items, and I think the cup is the best one. Steve, who you enslaved for 2 days, has taken it very poorly, and he's so generously given us a year before he hunts us down. So let's make sure we have all our bases covered before that happens.
You think I'm afraid of that middle-aged old man? Don't be ridiculous.
Oh my god. Well,
If he
I'm
comes after me, I'll
afraid.
kill him in an instant. So what? He's
Sure.
learned how to use a gun. We're vampires, Nicholas. Guns don't really do much.
I saw a gun blew off, almost killed you a night
That
ago.
that was a very strange gun.
You think he doesn't also have a strange gun? He works for a demon.
This is counter argument to that.
Hmm. Perhaps you're onto something.
I know I am. So we have to get one of these items. Whatever it
But
takes.
what about that sword?
We're not taking Emmerich's sword. Can you please focus?
We could do real damage with that. He didn't even use it.
We're
And you
not
saw
about.
what it
It's
did.
not. I'm not giving you this cup so we can do damage. I'm giving you this cup so we can save your life.
By all accounts, these items seem to be quite cursed, wouldn't you say?
But anything that's cursed can be cleansed. That's the rule of thumb.
I think Nicholas actually, you learned that, didn't you? Or was that out of character?
I actually, it depends on what the information that Zarek gave me about the arms of Desmodii.
I'm also
If that
not
knowledge is
entirely
in there,
sure.
then yes.
That knowledge would not be in there.
Okay, then no. But
If
I
it
would
was just,
assume cursed items can be uncursed.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely been done. Why should these be any different? Well, because we can do our research then.
We don't have a lot of time to do anything. So we should scope out the place tonight and then well, we can always do the research after we have the cup. Figuring out what to do and how to do it is the most important thing.
He would say, I think killing her would, how do we know we're the only person after it?
We don't. But we have to be the ones that walk out of there with it. Because this is a matter of saving your life.
Well, Nicholas, please. We can save my life and use this cup to a severe advantage. We could
No.
rule the world.
Raphael, what kind of
Our
person do you
ambitions
think
are
I
so minuscule. What were you saying?
I don't know what kind of person you think I am where I would want anything like that.
I suppose. You are far more measured than I.
What happened to you? This what you are now is not the brother that I remember that taught me law and the legal system. Have you always been like this?
Oh, that's so mean. Did he actually teach him law and the legal system?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Raphael wanted him to be a good person.
I say, well, you were out of this world for quite some time. I was not, and perhaps my time here has made me a bit jaded. Of course, I was never always like that. I just wish the best for you.
I need you to try and do better. And we can
You say,
discuss
well,
what we actually do with this cup later. We just need to get it first.
okay. I'll concede, and we can plan accordingly. And he would even say, in your time here, have you found any more knowledgeable resources than Zrek?
Wasn't looking into ancient artifacts.
Well, you know someone who has one of these. Perhaps he could enlighten you.
Alright. We can go talk to Emmerich.
At least on what to expect.
Yes, we can go talk to Emmerich.
Then it is a deal. That said, he probably would pull out some wine, pour a bit, probably pour a glass for you, drink the bottle himself. Do you take any?
No.
He would say, Nicholas, if we're going to do this, you have to drink. You care about my survival, and I care about yours. What is the point of me living if you simply perish?
I'm not going to perish. I've had I've had 2 drinks quite frequently in a row, so I'm fine right now.
And he would again say, "And who was that from?" At this moment, Nicholas, you get a text that just says, "LOL, where do you want this unicorn?"
Oh my god!
And now we'll cut to Steve.
Like, stop everything. I have something very important to do.
You might have to board that unicorn somewhere, and I know the local farm that probably has an opening. There,
Steve,
I found the map. Sorry.
you go clothes shopping. Where do you go to?
I would do a Google search for club clothes.
Club clothes. You find probably just a couple of fancy clothes stores, as well as like
Derek,
underground
one second.
raver clothes.
1 second. My mom needs me really quick.
Oh yeah. Take your time. We'll take a
He's
little.
gonna walk out of there looking like
break.
fucking Samurai Jack in that rave episode. Do you remember
Look like
that?
Samurai Jack or like one of those kids under the bridge.
Here, let
I
me-
do remember that that episode. Samurai Jack was wild.
That's gonna be Steve.
Samurai Steve.
Yeah.
Next
God, I
character.
hope that's Steve.
I need it to be Steve.
I need it desperately. Ray, you have the dagger, right?
Yeah, technically it's with me currently. I
Okay.
think Greg will hand it off so that he doesn't have to keep it anymore.
Yeah, you'll get a message about that. I'll probably have that be the last thing that happens this evening.
Womp, womp. Knife problems. Just out here wondering if one day we're gonna have to like Nicolas Cage National Treasure that knife back out of there.
I'm gonna think of some things that could be in there. Derkleverse, you should play Control.
I really should. I literally own it. We talked about this.
I know. That's what I mean. You get
I
a
should
real
just open
sense
it
of
up.
how I envision porn to operate.
I'm very excited. I also need to tell you more about the one character that's directly related to Greg. So
Excellent.
Excuse me?
not like genetically or like
No,
familially
not you.
related. What? Oh
What?
wow.
Derek
okay.
said porn to operate? How I envision porn to operate?
That's the name of the
It's the
government
name
agency.
of the government department.
It's
In
got a
what?
ridiculous name, so nobody would suspect
Dresden?
it's actually real.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. This is this is not the first time porn has been brought up.
Hmm. I don't remember.
Agent Romeo and Agent Tango?
In this game?
Yeah.
Yes. This game. This exact game. Zucker, do you want to enlighten Ween on what it means?
Oh, the Paranormal Observation, Retrieval, and Neutralization Department.
Yeah.
The
It's right
U.S.
in the
Porn
name.
Department.
Huh. You'd think that would stick with me better. I don't remember.
I would have thought for sure you would have remembered that.
I listened to a lot of the videos and I don't remember that again. But man, experiencing it a second time, what a time. Oops.
Ooh, excuse me.
Yeah.
Are they the ones that hunted Helena?
No.
No.
Oh. Hmm.
That is the Court of Dusk. Something Emmerich tangentially works for.
Then player's like a board member or something.
Yeah, it's kind of like probably more accurate to say he's like a union rep for the Southwestern Pennsylvania. Like some caster had to do it, and he didn't have a lot of say in it.
Just got put up to the job.
He has to hold a largely neutral stance about anything that happens. Whether he agrees with it or not. Yeah, Peter's mom's okay.
I thought Peter said he was back for some reason. Maybe I'm crazy.
I didn't think he did.
Maybe that was Derek that thought he was back. Oh well. Who knows?
Well, shit.
Rip and piss, Stinky Pete.
What's up?
Twitter post. It's a picture of Lae'zel from the beginning of the game. Every time you guys post a picture of one of these guys, all I can see is an aging movie star who's gotten way too much plastic surgery. And that was a tweet back from August 23rd. They've quote tweeted themselves as of like 2 days ago saying, "This freaky pickle bitch fucked my dwarf barbarian until he was exhausted and regularly flirts with me by telling me how much my ass stinks. Bros, I am so sorry for not respecting this queen. I didn't know. Please forgive me."
Holy shit.
God, great.
You know their music.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, well, welcome back.
Okay, I am
All
sitting
right.
down, ready to go.
Peter, what kind of clothing store do you choose?
I would just Google search club clothes and pick whatever looks what's close and has high ratings.
You're going to the haberdashery.
Hell yeah.
As you walk in, he says, "Hello, can I help you find anything?"
Yes, I'm looking for a new set of clothes. I'm planning on clubbing, if that's what you call it still.
You seem, I'm familiar with the words clubbing. Going to the new reopening?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Well, and he'll lead you off, and immediately he just turns into this guy. He's like, "You didn't even come to my store."
You work at a
Steven,
hot topic.
I work anywhere. I could have sold. You can just have free clothes. What are you looking for?
Uh, Steve would say, I don't actually know. I haven't actually ever gone clubbing before.
You've never been to a club, a party,
No,
even?
never even had a
Steven.
birthday party.
Steven. Surely. Even when you were a child.
No, can't afford it.
A birthday party is for everyone else to dote you with things, not yourself.
Well, I guess they couldn't afford it either.
Truly a sad world you've lived in. All right. Well, I'll see if my knowledge of the club scene is up to snuff.
It's gonna look either amazing or really garish.
Well, he did roll a 7 on scholarship.
Let's go.
So he does indeed pick you out some very fashionable attire. And he's like, go and try these on.
I do so.
All right.
Wait, is there
You,
is like a changing room and everything?
yeah, of course.
Hell
As you're trying your clothes on, he does pop in the changing room and he says, I have got some tea for you.
yeah.
Did you know?
I'm not thirsty.
Oh,
Oh
no,
my
not.
god.
Uh, dear child. You know, like spilling the tea, gossip, the hot goss.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Stephen, please get with the program. You don't have to act like you're 60 years old. Anyways,
Technically still am. Well, not 60, but pretty close.
did you know your vampire friends that you've made such a enemyship with are possibly going to that nightclub tomorrow.
God damn it.
Greg will be there too.
Why are they going? I thought they were leaving town.
To be honest, did Greg mention that they were after the cup?
I don't think
No,
Greg knows
Greg
that.
didn't
I don't think
mention
Greg
that
knows.
they were going
Okay,
to be there at all.
I thought Greg did mention that.
Greg
as
said
part
that
of
he
the-
was going and that something was going to be probably happening, but that's about as much as he told the group. Because he
Oh.
doesn't want them interfering to like stop the cup snatch. What's
I
the whole
guess
point
that's
of the
fair.
fun?
Well, he probably wouldn't say that then. He would say, Greg says it's going to be crazy in there tomorrow.
Okay, well, I kind of assumed clubs went a little hard, but
I think this is going to go violent.
this is just to clarify, this isn't a new club lingo, right?
No, I
You
think
mean
people
actual,
will
not
actually be
violent.
slaughtered by droves, possibly.
God,
You have to go. This is
do I
part of
do
your
I feel
pact.
do I feel compelled, right?
You feel compelled. Like, I have to know.
What do you want me to do?
I'll just go. Just witness it. Possibly. Lars has had the cup a long time. Perhaps take her out.
All right. Got any bullets that could take her out? I only got
No.
half a mag left.
He will say, if you can find any kind of artifacts, she's very superstitious. Thousands of years ago, she believed she turned her back to her god. And that appropriately has become kind of her weakness. The god Enlil, any iconography pertaining to him that is authentic, can actually do quite a bit of damage to her. You're no magician, I assume.
No.
Well, perhaps you could find someone who could channel such power, or even some artifacts. I think she has some up in her little storeroom. I could bypass her mythic regeneration.
All right. I'll do it.
That's just a bonus objective. I mostly just want you to watch it. You get to be like Greg. Won't that be fun?
I don't intend to let innocent people die for whatever is going on here.
Oh, he did say something about a particularly nasty mind control thing. I did do a little bit of research. Your friend Emmerich, ask him to purchase something called a Siren's Bane. He probably has some that he's pre-made.
Now, is this for me to use to stop myself from getting mind controlled?
Yes, you are still mostly human and are quite
Okay.
susceptible. I think she's hired quite the DJ.
Is it someone good?
I don't think it matters. I think she could make anyone think she's good.
No. How do I look as I show off the clothes?
Amazing. I have truly outdone myself, he says. It's a perfect fit.
How much does it cost?
Oh, just take them.
All right.
This mortal will never even know you were here.
I'm gonna pretend I understand what you just said, and I take off the club clothes, get back into my old gigs, and I'm gonna head over to Emmerich's.
Yeah. As you walk out of the store, you look back and you just see the normal clerk standing behind the counter looking very confused.
He just missed his lunch break. Where did the time go?
Right. Back at Emmerich's. He is not here. But you are. Bow. He says, oh man, y'all are just still hanging around, aren't you?
Yeah, you see, I was kind of getting ready for that club reopening, and
Jesus, why?
I thought it'd be nice as a kind of send off to enjoy clubbing for the first time. Anyway, it's probably not going to happen because apparently something horrible is going to happen there.
Oh. How do you know?
My new boss told me.
Oh. He says. Oh. How terrible are we talking?
Mass carnage, mind control, a really good DJ.
At least there's that, he
Yeah.
says.
He,
So,
I was told to ask about Siren's Bane.
ew. Dealing with going on like a sea voyage anytime soon?
Oh, according to Greg, and Greg apparently is the source of this information, so grain of salt.
Pretty
But
reliable on tragedies.
apparently there's something to do with mass mind control. Just this, a lot of innocent death.
Well, I can get you some, but it's a little on the pricey side.
You wouldn't happen to be willing to put it on his tab, would you?
Greg?
No, my boss. I keep forgetting my boss's name.
Oh, Azazel?
Azazel. That's good. Put on Azazel's tab.
No, I don't work with Azazel.
How much does it cost?
It's gonna be $450.
All right.
All right.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Hand him $450. He's like, I'll be right back.
I like that in the Mind Theater, I can audibly hear Steve leaning forward to get his fucking wallet out of his back pocket.
It's true.
Like that minor strain to the voice as you say all right, like that.
As he's leaning to reach into his back pocket like a father, like
Yeah,
all
like,
right.
this is not a payment he had planned for today, but god damn it, it's gonna have to be paid.
Comes downstairs. And he hands you what looks to be a bottle of 5-hour energy with the label ripped off, and in permanent marker it says Siren's Bane.
Really? No marketing material, no design work.
Steve, this is for my personal use. Do I need like glass crystalware? If I'm gonna fight a siren, it doesn't need to be in a nice container.
I mean, a little
I don't need a
showmanship.
decanter.
A little showmanship goes a long way.
Do you want it or not?
Yeah. I pull out my checkbook.
You have a checkbook?
Of course I have a checkbook.
What?
I'm not carrying $400 just in
He
my
also has a
wallet.
bank card, not a debit card.
Oh no.
Are you gonna write me a check?
Of course I am.
Put Wolf's Bane or like Siren
Everett's
Song
upset because this means he has to go to the fucking bank to cash it.
Cost money to cash.
Because you know, his shitty fucking branch doesn't have one of those nice scan it on your phone and send it in. They don't have a fucking
No,
app.
God, no.
Don't you have a debit card?
That's for special occasions.
This is a
Does
special
Emmerich have
occasion.
one of those little fucking square things for scanning it?
He does.
Oh, geez, what a
Do you have,
weirdo.
do you have Square Up card
Uh,
reader?
Square up.
he will take you to the register, and he'll type in elf rental $450. You just
This is gonna
use the pin pad.
this is
I'm
gonna look
not taking a
really
check,
weird.
Steve.
It's gonna look so weird on my taxes. What am I gonna report?
On your taxes.
Why are you reporting that you bought a potion on your taxes?
It's gonna look
You don't
really
have to
weird.
tell the government everything.
You could just act like you
But how
spent
do
it
I-
at the club.
That's how I
Or on
maximize my tax
strippers.
return.
He wants to write it off as a business expense.
Oh
I
my
gotta
god, he
itemize
does.
everything.
I know exactly what
This
to
is
do.
literally a business trip.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Ah,
It's like
No.
what?
I pull out my debit card and I'm like, fine. I
Claim it as a
swipe it.
donation.
Oh,
Yeah, put it as a donation.
I hate that. I hate that so
$1
much.
rental fee, $449 donation
There you go.
to
Wonderful.
the Kid Choice Awards. I don't
Steve
know any.
donates
Cars for-
enough. He can get a
cars for
tax break
kids.
for this.
Derek, quick question though, before this transaction is finalized, what do I roll to remember my PIN?
Oh my. Scholarship.
Lore.
I need to remember my character's lore to know what pin number he would use.
Oh, one second. I
What
dropped
would
my
Steve have
clear.
said?
Okay, that's a 0,
Told me it's his
0.
birthday.
So, character sheet, scholarship. Yeah, that's a 0.
Excellent. I would say with a 0, you actually do remember it, as long as it wasn't a negative.
Hell yeah.
If it was a negative, I would say you're struggling. And actually, as you're like slowly putting in the numbers, Emmerich's like, you can hit green for credit.
I'll have credit.
They all work as credit, bud. This
is a debit card only. I don't have a
It's
credit account with my bank.
that ain't real.
That's what my debit card does.
Wait, in real life? On
Yeah,
God?
my debit card and credit card are separate.
Well, no,
But you
but
can
like
still
debit
charge a
cards
debit
can
card
still be
as
run
a
as a
credit
credit
card.
card.
Yeah, you can charge any debit card as a credit card.
Because that's a credit card
There are
service that's
some-
attached to the card. Man.
Okay,
Like-
there are some that you can't.
Yeah, those are
I have to
check
have this
cards.
argument with so many old people, and it's so dumb.
You can have a check card from your bank, which basically runs debit card transactions as checks, but that also means they cannot be run as credit.
I'll say I'd never get the option to run my card as
that's
credit.
fine.
Well, you never will. You just hit the green button.
You just hit the
enter
cancel
no
button
pin.
and or like clear button or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck.
anytime you don't put in your PIN, you're running it as a credit.
That's like usually what you do at things where they don't ask you to enter your PIN. Like when you go up to like a vendor or something with the square thing, they oftentimes just run it and then don't ask for anything. If it's a small enough transaction.
If you have like a chip in your card, that can definitely be run as a credit card.
Well, I definitely don't have a chip card, or Steve definitely doesn't have a chip card.
That's true. This thing's ancient. He hasn't replaced it. This thing is close to expiring. It's probably like
Yeah, it's like the last week, the last month.
It's expiring this month. And he would say, well,
about to fucking expire.
you remembered your PIN, good enough. Here's your
Oh,
receipt.
wait. I have a credit limit of or a limit of $300 purchases before the bank calls. 1 second.
Holy shit.
That's definitely something you would do.
That's what my bank had that for a bit, where if any purchase over like $2,000, they would pause the purchase and then call me.
I mean,
Well,
that's
that
for
makes sense.
safety.
$2,000, that makes sense.
Yeah.
My bank notifies me anytime a transaction over $100 occurs, but like that's on my phone. It's just a notification. They don't stop it. They're just like,
It used
hey,
to
by the way.
actually, it would stop me from purchasing riot points for skins because the transaction occurred outside of the US. Yeah. Anyway,
That happened to me when I bought like an 80-cent item back on the Diablo auction house when that was still a thing, and my bank account got frozen
yeah.
because they thought it had gotten stolen. I was like, no, Don't look at that. You don't have to know.
Yeah, but no, Steve's bank doesn't call. It's fine. It works. It goes through. To delay this any further.
Oh, I think it's great. That's excellent. Enjoy your potion. Drink it. Basically before you enter. It'll last about 4 hours.
All
It's
right.
pretty nasty.
Oh, are we sure this is actually a potion? Is this not
Can
just a 4-hour energy? 5-hour
energy
energy?
drink.
Because everybody knows a 5-hour energy is good for 4 hours and it starts to peter out. So like,
Hey.
Peter out.
peter.
Can I mix it with anything or?
No.
Oh,
Gotta be drank straight.
Oh, trying to make something like that would be a mistake. I've done that before. Don't do it.
Yeah,
I
don't
get
mix
a.
5-hour energy. It's disgusting.
I put it away, make sure the labels the seal is closed. And before I leave, I would ask, you wouldn't happen to know anything about Enlil?
Enlil. I'm gonna roll lore. And he gets a 4. Say, yeah, it's like the Sumerian god of creation.
Do you know anything or have any relics about them?
Why?
Part 2 of my job might involve using something from this god.
You can't
It's
even
kind
use magic. How are you
I
gonna
know.
channel divine power?
That's my thoughts exactly.
Roll me a d6.
1.
Okay. You would say, yeah, I don't have anything that old in my collection, unfortunately.
Know any experts in the area? It's kind of niche, I would imagine.
Pretty goddamn niche. So you're probably looking at like national historical societies that would have artifacts like that. Or international historical societies.
All right. No, I'll keep looking. Thanks for the potion.
Yeah, enjoy. Don't vomit.
Th-
If you do, not my fault.
If I vomit, it doesn't work, right?
No.
Great. Love it.
$450 down the drain.
On the floor. Okay. Probably gonna have
Unicorn.
do you want to do the unicorn?
I need my unicorn.
Um, let's have. Yeah, how would you respond to him?
I'll be like, where are you?
Be
I will
like,
be on
well,
my way.
I'm at the bar.
Oh, then I'm like, I tell Raphael I gotta go, and I leave.
Gotta see a man about a horse.
Nicholas, Jesus Christ. And then you leave.
I do.
We'll go to the bar. You're not there. Everyone else is still here, though.
Boink.
Nicholas, yeah. What was I using for bar music? It is all combat music. You know what? This works. You should just say, "Oh, Nicholas, good to see you.
And you.
Well, I did promise if you solve this case, I would get you a unicorn."
Oh, I'd almost forgotten. Um, I also didn't think that would actually happen. But I'm glad it did.
No, I wouldn't have said it if I didn't mean it.
That's true.
And that said, do you have stables or?
I have a stable at my old house, which I live in the city, and there's really no place for a horse, much less a unicorn. But if I intend to go back to my actual home that I grew up in, there's stables there. Um, it's just where I would, if you could send it that if you could send the creature that way, I would be quite grateful.
Well, of course. What's the address?
I'll just give him that because
Yeah,
I don't got
he-
that.
I'll take it. And he'll be like, "Oh, do you have any color preferences or temperaments?"
Well, when we talked about the unicorn, I didn't know that I um was what I am, so perhaps one that wouldn't mind the undead would be appreciated.
Probably one of the less celestial ones, then. Duly noted.
I don't want the poor thing to be unhappy. Me and my brother.
I think it could have a good time. As long as they get plenty of attention, plenty of sunshine. I assume there's plenty of room.
Oh, the stables? Yes, we used to have many horses.
That certainly works. And, how are you doing?
I had a very interesting day. Uh, went to another planet entirely.
Yes, I did
Nearly.
sense you in Carcerai there for a moment.
I thought you might. The pearl that you gave me was what ended up, I think, saving my life. And I did recall that you said if I ended up on a different plane, you could in fact interfere. So it seems I owe you once again.
This is a gift. Think nothing of it.
I'm
You have
racking up quite.
you've done plenty of good by what you did, Nicholas.
Thank you. I'm racking up quite the debt. So, if you would not be opposed, allow me to take you to dinner.
Is this, well, since you're asking so politely, I'd be absolutely delighted. Where did you have in mind?
Oh man, we've been to so many places.
I know.
Go to Denny's.
I've heard this Denny's place is quite the buzz.
No,
A new
it's
one
run
just
by
opened.
No, it's run by the mafia, and you really shouldn't get involved with that.
Oh, like The Sopranos.
Yes, and I
I love
we're
The
gonna be
Sopranos.
yeah, but it's a Denny's though, so we're not going to do that. We're gonna go someplace nice. We're gonna go to the lighthouse.
Okay. Do you want to do that now, or do you want to do that next session?
We can do that next.
Okay, we'll do that next session. We'll have the date before the big fight.
I still have to. It's a shame because I still have to talk to Emmerich, and there's like so much that I have to do.
I mean, you could still do that.
Yeah.
You can make a pit stop.
Okay.
We'll take care of that this
Right.
session.
It's me telling my brother we have to plan, and then I immediately leave to go on a date.
Like, I have a unicorn to get.
Cowboy
I'm sure he'll
Steve's in the
take that.
corner going, unicorn, huh?
Nicholas getting on his knees. How could I ever repay you? He basically has to. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god. I'm sure my brother will take all of this extremely well.
Oh, exceptionally.
Hopefully he doesn't take it out on the unicorn.
Oh.
I don't think he could.
It
Unicorns are
repels him.
unicorns are quite powerful, at least traditionally.
It would make Nicholas so sad.
What if this is like one of the bunk ones that was kind of like the runt? I don't know
The
how it would be a runt of like,
runty unicorn.
considering it's like a unicorn. They probably only have one per birth, but
Yeah, did you want to arrange a meeting time for Marin at this restaurant, and then you could take care of your other business?
Yeah, I guess we could do that. It'd be. I guess it's still kind of early. Yeah, I actually have no
It's
idea.
kind of. I
Oh,
would
it's the next
say
day. I guess.
it's like Thursday. Thursday is a new day. Basically, you guys have had all day. Nothing is
Oh.
happening on Thursday.
That's right. Because ours started off a little strange because we were doing technically the night before taking the lady to the
Yes.
hospital and everything. So I guess I would take it would be the next day technically for Nicholas to do the
Yes.
dinner. Okay, that makes sense. Then I can talk to Emmerich after this.
Yeah, he'll say, "Well, I'd certainly look forward to it."
Yeah, and then we'll just pick a time in the evening for the day that's currently technically happening. Oh shit. There I am.
There you are. And then Eric will be like, "Well, howdy do. God damn, everybody's showing up here today.
That's
Do you want a potion? Do you want to know how magic works?"
No, I do know how magic works. And I am not in need of your finest potions. I have a bit of a. I'll just be honest with you, Emmerich. I suppose that's the best thing I can do. I'm going to go take the cup for Larsa for myself, and I
Oh.
need to know a little bit about those artifacts.
I'll say,
I'm sure the puzzle
Um,
pieces are all finally like slotting themselves.
yeah, he's now thinking about ancient Sumerian tablets. Large. And he's like, "Oh man, this seems to be a hot topic at the moment."
Oh dear. Please don't tell me that the rest of the cohort will be there.
Nicholas, I don't know how to tell you this.
I asked you not to, so.
Greg is so upset that Azazel turned out to be a giant blabbermouth.
Azazel's a huge gossip. Now you know.
Now Greg knows. He ruined the surprise!
He's on the phone with Asmodeus right now, twirling the phone
"Oh
cord
my
between his fingers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, have you heard? One of your cups?
I wonder if Greg could ever start a false room.
It's gonna be a bloodbath.
Oh, I can't wait. This is what these artifacts are all about. He would say, "Oh dear, are you sure?"
Well, in a
That
year's
one's
time
particularly heinous.
in a year's time of Empire Hunter's going to try and blow up my brother, so yes, I'm incredibly sure.
Like the Belmonts? Who
Like
did you piss
Steven.
off? Oh, Can't you guys kill Steven? Not to sound crass, but
Well, I'm pretty sure that's what my brother would prefer to do. Wait, are you actually suggesting this?
I feel like if he came at you and you were well prepared,
Well, that's why I want the cup.
well, that's very well prepared.
I'm like, should I put a bounty on Steve? So confused. I think we would much prefer to have the cup. And let me be clear, despite what my brother is constantly planning and plotting, I have no intention of using the cup for ill. So there must be a way to cleanse it of its not good properties.
Emmerich would say there are ways, supposedly, to cleanse these items of their not good properties, but by their very design, the compulsion will be there to do ill. This one in particular causes essentially a ceaseless hunger which I do worry that in the hands of your brother may result in actions you are unhappy with.
Everything my brother has done thus far has been an action that I am unhappy with.
You seem to be quite averse to killing.
It's not something I want to do. I think I do want it in his hands, but I think I could probably balance out the scales, at least in a fairly acceptable way, until we can cleanse it properly.
First thing you're gonna have to do is kill Larsa, if that's what you
Well,
want to do.
that is unfortunately something we are going to have to do. And she's not a particularly good person, and I gave her a chance to get away, and she has opted to create a trap for me. So,
She created a trap?
well, she has invited us to she's invited me specifically to go to the opening of the nightclub, probably to kill me. So,
Most certainly a death trap.
yeah.
Now, I do suspect, and this is clearly baseless off of nothing I've heard recently, there may be artifacts pertaining to the god Enlil could perhaps aid you in this. Does that sound familiar?
I don't think so, but I'm not surprised. We were looking for a. My brother spoke of every person that has one of these artifacts has a weakness.
That's true. Everybody has a weakness, just in general. These artifacts do all contain a weakness. In her case, well, judging what I was asked about previously, I would say it's probably holy symbols from her youth.
From this god you just spoke of.
Yes. He'll text you a Wikipedia article to Enlil.
Oh, thanks.
Of this entity. Let's put it in. Put it during the game. It says, unless you have some kind of fast track to Iraq, or potentially, any kind of clerics, you can't channel religious magic, right?
No, probably not.
Certainly not now. With your newfound fear of religious iconography.
Yeah.
Welp. It's certainly a route to go. Perhaps a hint. What was your plan?
I was going to sneak in later tonight. She has a secret room that's guarded by a rose symbol. And see what was in there. And then I was going to appear, and my brother was just going to take the cup and by surprise, and then we'll see what happens.
Fair enough. Well, I certainly wish you luck.
Thank you.
That said, as for actually attuning to these, if it's going to be him, you'll certainly want to keep him course corrected. Once you give in to the desires of this artifact, it's a slippery slope. Resisting it becomes harder until it's nearly impossible.
I will I'm very determined to keep him on track. We are also, I've only just learned this, we are also twins, and magical twins at that. Um, and by all accounts, there is some connection there. I do think I can. I do think I can have a positive influence on him. I will certainly try. I will not let anything evil, if I can help it, occur with this cup. That
I
is not
certainly
what I
agree.
want.
He says, century, millennia upon millennia of humanity's gluttony have poisoned this chalice. Acts of sacrifice using the chalice could potentially, if not purify it, stabilize it to some degree. All of them possess a devil, but they weren't always a devil. At one point, these artifacts were all meant to help.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah. Any other direct questions?
I don't think so. Oh, yes. I have curiosity. And this is just oh, it's just curiosity. I have this sort of brimming desire to know. Has anyone picked up my bounty?
Roll a rapport. He's technically not supposed to say anything. But he does look at you with a blank expression.
That's a +2.
That is enough. Say, I can't tell you who, but someone has taken it.
Very good. Thank you so much, Emmerich.
Of course. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
I guess I'll see you around.
I want to go home sometime soon, but these things keep happening. So, all right, and I will tell my brother all of that, except that the cup requires sacrifice to purify.
All right. Good shit. Last but not least, Mothman. You get a text message.
Oh, nobody does that.
I would say this probably happens. Shit, I don't know. Probably the middle of the day. I'm like, did you get the knife?
Oh, yeah, I got it.
All right. You ready to hand it off?
Good whenever you are. I'll send him my location. Which is probably just on his way back from the Hot Topic.
Where is that? Oh, there it is. All right. Let me find those two.
One in Clown 2.
Put the old moth on there. Alrighty. You drive up to this alley. Or rather, they are kind of waiting here for you, I suppose, since you're the one who gave the location. And they're like, all right, you got the goods?
Yup. And I pull out the knife still wrapped in the cloth that they provided earlier.
Okay.
Probably shouldn't open it up.
Yeah, they actually take out a briefcase. and kind of just hold it open for you to put it in.
Greg's like about to put it in, like whoop, and pretends to drop it quick, just to fuck with you.
Oh my god!
And
They
he's
do
like,
look
just fucking
panicked.
with you. And puts in there. I'll keep it nice and fresh.
Jesus. Okay. They close it. They latch both latches. And they start to walk away towards a car parked in this alley. And Greg, you kind of look up at the sky. And you hear a click. And suddenly, the lighting is a little different. And there's a couple clouds in your view that just weren't there before. Looking back towards the agents, roll me an alertness.
Get my dice out. Oh, we're at D6. That's gonna be. Oh wow, a 3.
3? Okay. It just kind of strikes you as odd. It's almost like you lost a little bit of time, but everything seems fine. They load up the briefcase, get into their car, and drive away.
Hmm.
You have securely delivered the knife to your organization. And that's where we're going to stop for this evening.
Yo.
Like I said, it's going to be a shorter one.
Yeah.
Good job,
Yeah.
Derek.
Thanks. I hope it was still enjoyable.
Yeah.
Quite enjoyable.
Did we stay on track with what you expected this time?